Yo, welcome to Young and Dumb, where the masks don't fit and the topics don't matter. I'll be your host today. I'm head dumb master of this facility, you understand? I'm here to break you recruits in, alright? You're all my dunderlings. No. I don't know. I can't go any further. There's going to be some sort of dummy Hogwarts, though. We can make that work. And also, yeah, there's a Whose Line Is It Anyways kind of thing in there. So, we'll have a dummy game show as well. Whenever this inevitably catches on with 10 plus people. This feels like a small theater group where this is just shit that I just come out here and say in front of like 30 fucking people, and then everyone just like, alright, thanks. Like, other people are passing by on the internet, you know, but they're just not watching or caring. Like, I could say anything, you know. That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to Young and Dumb. This is the longest running cry for help that you've probably seen in a while. I'm trying to not walk on that side of the screen. Gets me a lot better thumbnails when I'm over here, and I'm like, you know, something like that usually makes for a good thumbnail. But whenever I'm over in the way of the fucking thing, it doesn't help me, doesn't help anyone else. It's been a wild week. I've seen people, you know, there's the I stand with Ukraine people, which is very interesting. I stand with $3 gasoline. The fuck I stand with, but no, I'm just kidding. I never got people who really cared that much about gas. It is weird to see it go that high, and it is concerning because everything else will rise as well. But I don't know, something Ukraine, you know. And so we have to get reamed in the asshole and destroy the middle class, so that we can make Russia feel like they should shove a nuke into our assholes. It's even gotten to the point now where, like, I believe they had indicted, like, some Russian oligarch recently, which, I mean, like, he probably did bad things, for sure, but it's crazy that all of this is happening. It's just a thing that's, like, there's too many coincidences in it, with, like, Biden getting into office, Biden's son working for, like, rich people in Ukraine and stuff. Like, it's just too much. It's not good. We have the war machine in full effect, and people don't even understand it. I thought it got better after Iraq. I thought it was different whenever people started talking. They're like, it's going to start again. Everyone get ready. Here it comes. And then, fuck you, screen. God damn, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stay over here, okay? I'm going to get a fucking fishing wire and fucking throw it right there. But I thought we were over it. But unfortunately, no. I went in. I'm seeing middle-aged women with, like, I stand with Ukraine memorabilia. It's just getting too much. Okay. Nobody knows what language they speak. Nobody knows what's going on. They're an all-white European country. I'm gonna let you know they're probably a little racist. All right. I'm not saying that everyone's racist. I'm not saying you see but you just see a bunch of people posting shit on Reddit, and they're like, I've just made it across the border. That's not their... Whatever. I've just made it across the border. Non-comrades? Whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is it? What's happening here? It's just a lot of propaganda. I saw a video on Facebook, just like it was a fucking ad for a Coca-Cola. It goes, this Ukrainian's got brass balls or some bullshit, something stupid like that, and it's a fucking middle-aged dude picking up a mine, and he starts off, okay, a mine meant to destroy a tank or a vehicle moving over the top of it. He's filming it probably like 20 yards away, which, what the fuck? The guy picks up the mine and just starts carrying it. While he's carrying it, he gets within like 10 feet of the fucking guy. Hey, what the fuck? Also, let's say that is real, which I don't want. If it is, what the fuck are they doing? He's smoking a cigarette. It's a full cigarette. And it looks like it could have, even if it's 100, he didn't even smoke that much of it. You know? God damn. and he's just smoking, just taking it around, and people are like, oh, look at how badass these guys are. It's like, or maybe a lot of this shit didn't happen, just like everything else didn't happen in Iraq. Just like, that's what's so crazy. They're like whenever they're showing these things, and they're like, oh, dude, Ukrainians are showing Russian tanks abandoned how old they are, and they suck on TikTok. And it's like, we're just willingly consuming propaganda for Ukrainian citizens. This shit they're supposed to be watching. So when a Russian comes at them, they fucking put a gun down and they fire on him like he's not a person. Okay? We don't need that. Because they can barely attack people next to... They're not coming here. Yeah. What did you think? You thought Russians were coming here? They can barely take their Mexico. Ukraine is their Mexico. Imagine if we couldn't take Mexico, bro. Canada would just march down and kick us out. Okay? It's fucking... No. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay? And I get it. Alright, there's a lot of things... It's not geographically they're Mexico, but you get what I'm saying. They should be able to by now. I have to have autism. Okay? I'm going to explain something. Oh, God. So my teeth are... Oh, God. My teeth are like... They feel like a fabric of some sort. They get tingly. They start to hurt. My face starts to feel weird. I get goosebumps all over whenever I touch cotton and I feel cotton rub on me. When I feel cotton and the noise starts to be made, ooh... God, it just sends chills down my spine. I'm having an autistic spat right now on camera, all right? Because when I was, oh God, fucking A, one of my first fucking memories, 4 or 5, it's getting bad. It doesn't usually get this bad, but it's probably because it's covering my goddamn face and I have to keep pulling it down. It keeps rubbing on my hair. It keeps rubbing on my hair. But, Christ almighty, I'm so sorry you guys have to even fucking see this. This is insane. I've gotten goosebumps 4 times now. My teeth are starting to hurt. Like I don't want them to touch each other. I was in 3rd or 4th. I was 3 or 4 probably. I was like young, like kindergarten-esque, arts and crafts thing in church. Ooh, and they were having us pull apart cotton balls. It's fucking with me. It's putting a little thing in my spine. They're having us pull apart cotton balls. It would just give me like a sensory overload thing where I'm like, it just feels real weird, you know? It feels like whenever you're on too much hallucinogens, it's just a lot, you know. And so I'm like, phew. So you have to pull apart the cotton balls and you have to glue them on to paper. And cotton balls touching paper makes such a weird sound and such a weird, you know. Whew. And so somebody kill me. I'm so, God damn it, somebody kill me. And I told the guy comes up, he's like, hey, this is what we're doing today. And he's like, this is what we're doing today. I'm like, I'm allergic to cotton balls. The guy's like, you what? I'm allergic to cotton balls. Like, I don't know what an allergy is, okay? I don't know what's going on. But I'm not touching a cotton ball if it made me. If that cotton ball, what did I love? I didn't love anything when I was young, and that was probably a little bit of an issue. Chocolate? No, not really. I didn't even really like candy that much back then. I just ate it because I was sad. Whatever. But that cotton ball, there's nothing you could have done to make me touch a cotton ball. God damn it, dummies. Fuck. Cotton balls over there, dummies over here. You understand me? Cotton balls over there, dummies over here. I don't want them around me, especially you pulling them apart. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You know? And so then they're like, and they're all whispering. All the people are whispering in the back. Obviously, I have a cotton shirt on. Okay? Obviously, I'm wearing cotton things. Okay? I'm not allergic to cotton. Okay? I'm laying on a rug at one point. Okay? However, and I don't think rugs are made of cotton usually. I think that'd be... Whatever. Doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is that they eventually came in and told my mother. And they're like, you say he's allergic to cotton? She's like... Now she's like, now dummy. we're going to talk about lying. I'm like, fuck, dude. I just can't say. I just had terrible anxiety, and I can't say cotton balls make me feel weird, you know? And no one believes you anyways. They just think you're a bad kid, you know? You go, cotton balls make... So you just tough it out. You just start gluing and just praying to God that you don't fucking freak out in front of everyone. I had fun. I was fun. Can I just get some mac and cheese, please? Can I just get some dry mac, please, to put on this and make some shapes of some sheep? Do we really gotta make sheep out of cotton balls? You know? Weird memory. I've had that ever since I was young. It was actually one of the first ones I felt shame from. I remember shame was introduced to me at a young age. Interesting strategy to raising a child, but hey, here we are. And I remember just feeling terrible. Feeling like I had lied. Feeling like I didn't know what to say in the moment. Feeling like I was a bad person for having done those things. It haunted me for a long time. Now it's funny because I have no respect for people in church and doing those things. So I'm not like feeling like I disrespected or destroyed somebody, you know? That said, the people who were probably like at least adjacent to that class or leading that class were, you know, a lot of times people that I am now respect for different reasons and not for being in church or or doing anything with church. Jesus. There was, you know, and there's a lot of weird figures you meet when you're younger. I know we had talked about, I think we had talked about on the podcast, my favorite pastor. I'd go up, I'd give him hugs. I was like, I love this guy. He's the best. Fucked all his kids, you know? In the same way, there'd always be weird stuff going on, you know? Like, found a bottle of Adam and Eve in the bottom of the youth couch, right? But instead of being on the ground, it was on one of the wood supports that goes and runs along the bottom, where if it fell and hit a wood support, people would hear it. It looked more as if it was placed there. So I found some Adam and Eve lubricant, and the pastor picked it up. He threw it in the garbage real quickly, and he goes, you know, just shit that's like, I was like 1-800 please molest me. I was like, hello, I'm fuckable. I probably thought I was some kind of fucking plant. They were like, look at this little kid begging for cock. Okay? I would spend like 2 hours alone with the youth pastor in his office just talking about the world and shit, trying to get, you know, like, not trying, but like, imagine if that was a woman, you know, like if that was a woman of my peer, or like a woman that liked me, she'd be like, I'm in. If I imagine I walk into a pedophile's office for 2 hours at a time every fucking Sunday, they're like, this is the shit, you know? It's crazy. I don't think he was a pedophile. And the Adam and Eve lotion was something that's always bothered me. I always go back to it, and I'm never sure what happened with it, why, if it was ever brought up again, or if anyone even knew about it. But it was just a bottle. I think it was lubricant. It looked like a lotion bottle. It said Adam and Eve on it. Just crazy. I know the story was we had gotten it at a yard sale, but if you're moving that around, that lotion gets placed there after that. Just very weird. Oh well. Oopsies. Sorry. Whoops. I'm such an idiot. I could have saved. Kids are there, like, screaming, being like, please help me. And I'm just like, does anyone know who lost their lotion? Hello? I found a bottle. Oh, keep it quiet. Okay. Never mention that again for 11 years. We're going to let them just fuck whatever in the youth room for 11 years. Christ. Church was fun. I grew up a lot of times just alone in church. They let me count the money at one point. I was counting donation money, putting those things together, putting like checks to the side, seeing how much money was made from the tithing and shit, which is crazy. But Yeah. Like I said, they wanted me to kind of be a preacher one day. They're gonna train me to be a preacher, which now I'm like, dude, that means federal agent. I could have been so cool. Could have been so fucking cool, bro. You know how cool it would have been to just be like, I'm a pastor, and then I have like a heavy drinking issue, and I'm actually a detective? God damn it, dude. I could have been a fucking Stephen King novel, man. I could have fucking, God damn it. I could have had wives in 4 different states, probably 3 different countries, you know? Well, okay, probably like 2 states, 3 countries, 5 wives in total. Regardless. I could have been so fucking cool. I could have been so fucking cool. I could have known like federal agents. I could have been like, hey, Bill. You remember about the old what the fuck they call? I haven't watched enough military cliches really to feel comfortable making up a shitty name of an operation, but imagine something we did in Asia that implies we probably killed innocents, okay? I'm like, hey, Bill, remember when we killed those innocents in Asia? That's what happened. There's a dude named Dick Durbin, and he's got these fucking commercials. He's like, I'm Dick Durbin. I went to Iraq, and I fought for my country. I came back. I became a lawyer. I fought for America on a world stage or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember what he did. It's always just, it's so aggressive and stupid. Just go army type shit. Like, I'm pretty sure they paid the same type of guy. And it's just very funny to imagine him be like, and so that's when I graduated high school and enlisted in boot camp after I had allegedly raped that woman, but nobody could prove it, so I moved away mysteriously after her death and joined the Marines. Now, after being a Marine, I was stationed in 3 different places in Iraq, Afghanistan, and a few other neighboring countries I'm not allowed to talk about. In each one, I killed at least 4 whole families of terrorists. That's right, whole families of terrorists, future terrorists that we put into an AI that allowed me to know that this 3-year-old would become the next Middle Eastern Hitler. Bullet through his brain. I've killed 8 Hitlers. And he's like, now I'm running for Congress after that. I became a lawyer so that I could defend myself against war crimes in case the Geneva Convention ever came for me. Now I have complete diplomatic immunity, and I'm becoming a senator and hope to be a president. This is paid for by Dick Durbin. You know, like something like that. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get sued. It is what it is. It's fine. I'm sure he's just like, Dick Durbin's gonna see this for like 30 seconds. He's gonna be like, get me this man's IP address. I'm gonna show him what I did to that whole village in Nepal. Discussing government secrets of the secret youth pastor kid fucker organizations. I pray to God that motherfucker never finds this shit, bro. If you if you ever recognize me, homie, I'm so sorry, broski. He wasn't a bad guy. Well, no, I take that back. You were a little crazy, if I'm honest. You came a little crazy, okay? There was at one point that I decided to leave the church, and like I was trying to explain to him, I'd finally become smart enough to understand that I am stupid. You understand? Like, most people live their life a long time thinking they're good at some things, they're bad at others, they're smart in some ways, dumb in others. No. You're stupid as fuck. You're so fucking dumb. You are so stupid. And until you know that, you will never understand all that you don't know. Alright? Okay? Whenever you look at a car and you finally start to understand the engine, how it all starts to work inside, how it starts to make energy and things, you start to understand that even if you studied every single engine, there's stuff you wouldn't know. There's things coming out that will be better and better that you could never fathom, right? Fuck, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry, excuse me, I'm cutting that out. Dummy, cut this. So, uh, basically, I was explaining to him, I'm a dumbass. I'm stupid as fuck. I don't know shit. So he's like trying to be like, well, see, God's real for this. What do you say about that? And I was like, no. It doesn't matter. No. If you convince me that you're right, what's to say we're not just two wrong idiots just sitting here? Don't convince me. Convince another convince a smart man. Show me you're a smart man, and I'll be convinced of this. But right now, it just seems like you're using whatever tactics you can say to get into my head and make me believe a thing. Make me believe what you believe. Tell me about your God. Tell me what you believe and what makes you so qualified to say that that's true. Instead of just using these fake... Because eventually you see through it. He had a tactic for everyone. And eventually one time he had kind of showed his hand. He'd got a little too comfortable. And so... And I hate to do it like this, but it is what it... once again, if you are seeing this, brother, I am so sorry. But these people are meant to brainwash you. They're not here to be your... I mean, they want to be your friend, yes. But they're here to brainwash you. And if you don't believe what they believe, they're not doing their job correctly, and it infuriates them. They're not making as much money unless they can make you believe that them saying 90% of your income to the church sounds smart. Alright? And you need to believe that that's what they're doing. You need to believe that they believe that. Right? So... they use these tactics, and at one point he's up there at the front of the church and he's talking about the logical pattern of how we know for sure that Jesus was killed. And so it's just a little thing that you walk your way through. So it's like, it's like ways to ensure that Jesus was a real person, Jesus was God's son, Jesus went on the cross, Jesus was killed on the cross, Jesus rose again. So it's got all of these proofs in there. And he's talking about how it all works because it's all referenced by the Bible, and the Bible is referenced by other things. But which is not true. It's just sincerely not true. So what I had done was I went home and I did I studied up on it. I did actual research, and I found out that it's not correct. It's not accurate at all. That's not at all how it works. He's using logical fallacies and presenting them as logical arguments because he thinks he already has our trust. He doesn't have to worm his way in anymore. He's just telling us directly, like at a dartboard, just telling us how to feel. Hitting it right on the... We don't even think about him hustling us anymore because he's just that good. You just expect them to hustle. Of course they took all my money. I knew they were that good. Of course... they got all these specific perfect points. Of course. I do think it's a terrible, deceitful practice. I think it's charlatanry. I don't think it's good to do. I think it's gonna be considered elder abuse in the future. The things that people have done. But even because of those things, like my family was paying thousands of dollars for me to go on trips and shit that we're already paying for by donating to the church. Other people having to go find ways to get money, having to find sponsors, basically other kids begging for money and shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Well, these people are having motorcycles and nice vehicles and shit. It's alright. Once again, man, if you see this, man, no issues. Let me know if you want to have a coffee. We go out for tea. Seem like a nice guy. Seem very interesting. Please don't tell your government friends to kill me. Just if you want to, But I mean, it's not like America's not here for the brainwashing, right? It's not like America hasn't just been sitting here getting fat and lazy, just walking around thinking. Just getting a little too much fat up here, alright? Just moving with the empty head. Then all of a sudden, boom. You're already not talking to many people. You don't see many people, but you don't feel alone. People are around you all the time. You got 30 people in your math class. You can't be alone. COVID hits. All right. So now we got all these people who are mentally unwell, physically unfit, and locked down from people around them. They can't find anyone. They're lonely. They're sad. They've masturbated to the point that they've numbed most of their pelvis. They're crying where they're not even sure what's fluid and what's tears anymore. And now after everyone's at their most horny, after we've been locked up, we started Ukrainian conflict. All right. Who you think all these horny people picking? Huh? You think they're looking at Vladimir Putin's puffball face and they're picking him? That boy look like a cream puff. You kidding me? Hell no. If he gets too much light on his face, you can't see it no more. He looks like the Ring or like Lord Voldemort because the light. It's fucked up. They're using America's horniness against us. It's something you see employed in European countries often. They'll use their horniness against them, and it's been employed lately and seeking its way in the U.S. through, different movements. We'll see. May the ugliest man die, because the most beautiful man will win. All right, that's how we choose. That's how we settle shit in this side of the world. You understand? All right. We look at two people, we decide who's more attractive, and we kill the other. Okay, we take them out of their job. That said, I've said this I think once or twice on the podcast, but pretty girl privilege is the most apparent and honest privilege that you can have. Being a sexy woman is insane advantage. Let's just talk about the people that it rules out. The only people ruled out are gay men. Well, and straight women, sure, but how many straight women are there compared to bi women that also kind of like hot chicks? Or chicks that aren't fully bi but still appreciate a hot chick? It's a large advantage. Now, because everyone is at their most horny, because we're having the sexiest people on a stage in front of us at all times, it's crossing the wires. You understand? People are starting to act like this isn't what's supposed to happen. And it's not just because people are the sexiest. It works the reverse too. The people who are most responsible become the sexiest. You understand? Fauci, in 2021, is going from podcast to podcast. Everywhere he can. Podcast to podcast. Probably did 52 of them or something that year. One for each week. Alright? He's making daily television appearances. Okay? Now, and he's paid the most in the government. But doesn't that just make him more sexy? Hey. Doesn't that just make him more sexy? And if this man wants to fuck my wife while he saves some lives, well, I say, have at it, brother. Take my wife. Fuck my wife, Dr. Fauci. Volodymyr Zelensky. Fuck my wife. True patriots. True patriots. I did let the American sniper fuck my wife one time. I think. He's at a bar and he was threatening brown people. And he said he was the guy. He said the name. I can't remember the name, but he said it. He knew it. So let him fuck my wife, because that was him. But what have you done? Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask not what your country can do for you, and let a soldier shove a 50 cal up your wife's fucking ass. Ask not. Ask not. Glad we kept it on the rails for a minute. I'm glad it's probably, 15, 20 minutes in. Glad we kept it on the rails for a whole solid 5 minutes before I'm just saying crazy shit. Whatever. There's a lot of fun. The Jussie Smollett trial happened. I don't really know how to say his name. But this man just has something that screams to be... Well, one, it's a true don't cry wolf, right? But he also seems to have some kind of personality mood thing. To equate yourself with the importance, to think that you're important enough as Jeffrey Epstein. Like, when at one point he stands up after the sentencing, they're like, "Oh, can we delay the jail time, please?" Sir, can we delay the jail time, please? And he's like, "No, the hammer of justice is falling, and it's falling now." And so that's what they say to him. They're like, "Okay." They're like getting all mad. And so Jussie stands up and he's like, "I am not suicidal. I am not." It's the fucking, "He will not divide us. He will not. I am not suicidal," right? And so he's not suicidal in the courtroom yelling that. And it's just one of those things that, like, one, if there is anything this man will do, it is kill himself. For sure. For sure. So after doing that, the family released a statement saying they've received 12 plus threatening calls from a number. The number is threatening that in jail, Jussie will have a broomstick shoved up his ass, referencing a 1997 hate crime. Which, once again, if he's already making up hate crimes, no one's going to be like, yeah, for sure. Also, though, I'm kind of with him, because it's like, you're telling me this is an educated racist? This is a guy who's like, "This is going to be just like that beating in 97 whenever we was in that jail cell with the officers." You remember his name. It's one of the, like, what the fuck are you talking? No, they're not fucking NFL players. They don't know the dates of this shit. They barely know the year they were born. Their fucking chin sticks out 3 times farther than their nose. They can't see. Their forehead and their chin are together like a moon, like a crescent moon. Okay, they don't fucking know the dates of whatever, referencing specific hate crimes. They can't read. They can't fucking read, right? What the hell? So I don't blame them. I get a little bit like, what the fuck's going on here, But that's also, and I hate to say this. I hate to say this because once you've been in hell, no one deserves it. That said, he's kind of brought this curse upon himself. In a literal sense, I'm saying. Not that he deserves this by any means. He's brought this curse upon himself in a way that is very costly. The risk reward of doing the hate crime shit, the staging a hate crime, is very, very high and very low. You don't get much from it. You get a little publicity. There's very little chance it'll even catch on. But the risk is very high. It's going to be investigated. It's a fucking hate crime, And at this point, he's trying to raise race relations. He's trying to make it harder for black people and white people to be together whenever these things happen. It creates tension in the room. Not that it should by any means or that that's justified, but it does. And so by taking advantage of this tension, by trying to get into the news cycle, to weave his way in, become more prominent in acting, get more money, become some sort of activist, he's now cried wolf. He's now made it where no one believes in anything. Now, if he says something in there, they're not going to believe him. I am not suicidal. Now the calls. Also, they're like, he's stable and he's doing fine in the psych ward. Huh? Did he plead insanity? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, if he's in the psych ward, no, he's not doing the greatest. No, he's not. They're like, well, protective custody is like solitary confinement. No shit. Yeah. What do you think? You thought those were different? You thought solitary confinement and protected custody? You thought he's gonna be in the cell block with 5 fucking police officers with guns fucking standing around like he's in the club? The fuck? No. He's fucking, yeah. He's by himself because other people don't fucking like him. Or because he has to be or whatever else. But it didn't seem like he was moved in protective custody by a judge. It seemed that he was probably, whatever. Who knows? I didn't look into that part. But you bring this on yourself whenever you're trying to harness those tensions to make money. Harness those tensions to make yourself more prominent, to put yourself in the view of people. You bring these things upon yourself because people no longer want to trust you, no longer understand or care about your voice in the public sphere whenever it comes to racism at all. It's sad. It's sad to see because it's truly a curse that you put on yourself. It is. People, now that guy's calling, and my first instinct is probably not. That's terrible. But that's, and once again, not that that's earned. Once you've been in hell, you realize it's not good for anyone. It doesn't help anyone. But it's a curse that was cast, in a sense. I know that's very out there. Whenever my brain, like, the moment it starts to degrade, like I turn 45 and instead of making more brain connections, it starts to slowly like petrify and get rid of them, I'm going to become schizophrenic. It's immediate. Like one brain cell would be like, oh, my brand new light, and like kill him right away, and then it's just gonna start falling back like the Big Bang, and I'm fucking Dunyan rings. I'm fucking talking about shit in the walls. I was watching some shit on YouTube the other day where this guy's talking about 5.04 and using crypt magic on motherfuckers. I'm like, hell yeah, fucking crypt magic, the shit, bro. Motherfuckers stealing hot fries out of a fucking 7-Eleven with their crypt magic and shit. Like, motherfuckers crip walking and shit. Just shoving chips in their in their pants, walking on out, and be like, "Whatcha? Where'd the chips go?" Fucking. But that's the magic 5.04 is using to take over the world. So, write that down. There's also been a lot of interesting shit recently, like with schools. There's a kid that got fucking smacked. He was walking away from a teacher. I think it was because he was wearing a hoodie or a backpack. I can't remember. But he's walking away from the teacher down the hall. He takes a right. The teacher follows him. Teacher takes him, grabs him by the arm, corners him, smacks him in the head, grabs him, starts taking him walking. The kid falls down after he grabs him, starts walking with him, right? Which, great day. Fantastic, wonderful. Do 100. Do it again. Maybe scream. He hit me. Fantastic. That's exactly what you should do when an adult hits you and there's on camera. All right, you fall down and you're like, assault. He's hit me. And so the guy gets suspended from teaching. And he was arrested. The kid's parents are like, what the fuck did he hit my kid for? Which, yeah, if somebody smacks me like that, you're in fucking danger. You smack a kid that I like that, you're fucking Dunyan rings, bud. You're dead. You're outie. You're gone. Goodbye. That's it. That's all. It's over. Fucking whatever. And so he gets arrested. The student body at the school, they decide, what the fuck? How dare they? They took that teacher. First off, he was 2020 Teacher of the Year. That's not a joke. That's sincere and honest. He's like, 2020 Teacher of the Year. Are you fucking serious? You took him from us? That's our star. That's like taking the star quarterback out the night before the big game. We're trying to go to state. We got fucking standardized testing coming up so we can get funding. You can't take our fucking star player out of the game. Hell no. Absolutely not. So they're in this library, and there's this fucking disgusting woman. She's like, I went to high school here, and I've never been more ashamed to call myself a Gymtown Jimmy. What the fuck are you talking about? You've never been more ashamed? Shut up. You're on TV. Don't. If somebody handed me a bullet and a gun, or a t-shirt that says, I'm a Gymtown Jimmy, come on. What is it now, huh? Here in Gymtown, can't even beat your fucking kids? Can't even beat somebody else's kid now in Gymtown. Wow. Nice to see that the real Jimmies are getting taken out. You really scared of some real Jimmies, huh? I'm a real fucking Jim, boy. I'm a real fucking Jim. What the fuck? I ain't never been more ashamed to call myself a Gymtown Jimmy. Hell no. Arresting people for hitting other people's kids. What the fuck? I grew up in a traditional household where if an adult hit you and then proceeded to just like make you dance in front of them naked, you did that because you respected them. What the hell? You took shame and you put it all across Gymtown. Look at us. Just some washed up Jimmies. Sitting in our jammies. Drinking Monster. Riding in a pickup truck, a red pickup truck with racks that are rusted on one side so it can only hold a unicycle. What the fuck is wrong with us? Look at us. Gymtown's lost its spirit. Huh? Another guy with and you can tell what kind of town this is because with no hesitation he's like, listen, I know the guy. Okay, if he did do this, somebody pushed him. Somebody made him do. Hey, listen, I know that. Yeah, he's horny, but if he did that, it's because they were wearing them tight little skirts they wear, and then also wearing one of them little bandana. He loves them bandana bras. It says on the invite, it says no bandana bras. It says no bandana bras. Crazy Dan can't handle it. Now look, they got Crazy Dan locked up. Now whose fault does that sound like? What do you mean crazy? You've brought shame to Gymtown Jimmies everywhere. All of us Jimmies. He was 2020 Teacher of the Year, so fall from fame, truly. I obviously didn't win it in 2021. 2022 was still coming up, so we'll see. He's in the running, though. That's about all I had for today, guys. The front end I really put a lot on, packed a lot of bread on that front piece. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I've been having a rough fucking week. It's been real hard hanging in there, but we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep making content. We're gonna keep trying to make this shit better. Trying to make it more fun. Trying to make it more funny. All this is just jokes. Don't take it too seriously. See you, dummies.